This is THV11.
Well, welcome back to the C Block, and it's Bird of the Week. We've got Sarah Baxter joining us from Game and Fish, and Peeping Tom, or Tom. That's
wow.
Sarah uses that to find birds, not look downtown Little Rock.
It's amazing.
Right?
That's right.
I can see all the way over to the top of the Metropolitan Bank building with this thing.
It's amazing.
What is this thing?
It's a spotting scope, and this is what you need to be able to see this week's Bird of the Week.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So that's what it's used for, Tom.
This week's bird is the American golden plover.
Okay.
So this is a bird that you're not going to find in your backyard. This is one that it's here. It migrates here in the spring and the fall. So it's just a migrant. They don't live in Arkansas, but they're incredible because they're migrating from the Pampas in Argentina all the way to their breeding grounds in the Arctic tundra. They migrate about 25,000 miles per year.
yeah.
And it's really amazing. So they use Arkansas as a stopover area.
They do. Okay.
Like a little stop.
So what do they do here? Do they just feed here? Or
Yeah, it's just like you and me. If we were to take a long trip, we'd need to stop and refuel and have a snack and stretch your legs and all that kind of thing.
Stretching
Same
the
deal.
wings out.
So these guys are really closely related to the killdeer.
yeah, the
Some people say
killdeer,
killdeer.
yeah.
It's very closely related to that, and they act very similarly and can be found in similar kinds of places. You'll find them like at sod farms or ag fields with real short stubble, or maybe golf courses and things like that. And they feed a lot the same as a killdeer also. They take just a few real short steps and they look and they grab a bug.
Oh, really?
Take a few short steps, look, grab a bug.
Yeah.
And we had pictures of one that was more black. And is that the male or?
That's a male.
Okay.
So, and they also have a different plumage in winter. So right now they're all still in their wintering plumage. So if you're lucky enough to see one in Arkansas early in the spring, they're going to still be in their very drab winter plumage. But later in the spring, some of them will straggle on up through mid-April, maybe late April, early May, and by then they may have some of their breeding plumage on in Arkansas, and you can see them looking really gorgeous.
You know, you say it's a killdeer. You know, it reminds me a little of a dove, of the head of a dove.
Yeah, that's what he said.
They're real similar in size and everything. They're not related, but I can definitely see that you'd say that.
Okay.
And why do they choose Arkansas as their stopover? Talk about
They stop over actually throughout a lot of North America, but Arkansas has a lot of wide open spaces, and that's what these guys like. We have a lot of ag that is not in production right now, so it's got that short stubble that they want, and that's so that they can feed easily on those insects.
When they migrate, do they usually fly in huge groups or a few here and there? How do they usually?
That's a really good question, Tom. I'm not
did
sure.
I stop, Sarah?
Oh my gosh!
I stopped Sarah.
I don't know the answer to that. That's a great question.
Why did he ask me that?
But one really cool thing about their migration also is that in the spring, when they're leaving Argentina, they fly across Central America over land primarily. And when they go back down in the fall, they fly out over the Atlantic and over the Caribbean down. So they kind of have an elliptical migration pattern.
And I see that not only do we have the spotting scope, but you have some binoculars here.
Yeah, the binoculars are good too. I mean, we bird a lot for shorebirds. When you're looking at shorebirds, you bird a lot from county roads, looking at ag fields, looking at sod forms and things. And binoculars will get you a good ways, but if you're getting serious about it, you need your spotting scope.
You need something that's going to be stable to the ground, that doesn't move around a lot. Now, how do you adjust the scope here?
Yeah,
Or
Well,
have
okay,
these
so
at
you
home.
can focus the scope right here, and then this eyepiece, we have an eyepiece that's adjustable that goes from 30 to 60 zoom, and so you turn the eyepiece to kind of focus in.
Is it okay to come off, or
Popped
was?
it off of there. It's fine. It's not
Okay,
broken.
Okay, that's good.
That's not a good thing.
Good job,
I'll tell you
Tom.
that.
Well
Yeah.
done.
Tom broke it. Yeah, very good.
And as he's playing with his spotting scope, you know, last week we talked about the purple martin, and Tom said we wanted to dispel that myth about the whole mosquitoes thing.
Right, so-
As Tom said, remember about the whole
I don't
mosquitoes?
remember anything, Stephanie. No, I said they ate mosquitoes. They don't.
Right, it's a common myth that
Yeah.
purple martins eat mosquitoes, and it's one that encourages people to put out boxes. They're like, I've got a lot of mosquitoes, so I'm going to put up purple martin boxes so they'll come and eat these things. And they really don't have a large part of their diet as mosquitoes. They eat bigger stuff. They eat beetles and flies and mayflies and butterflies and dragonflies. I think that one is perpetuated by the birdhouse companies.
Okay, well, you heard it first.
Put up bat boxes instead. They'll eat
That's right.
mosquitoes.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
there
a
you
good. Thanks so much, Sarah. That's going to do it
you.
for Bird of the Week. We'll be right back.
I don't see a plover. No plover here.
See what he's looking at.
What?